Now I'm going to speak on a subject which might seem strange for a sannyasi to be talking about, and that is a natural cure for infertility. Why should I be speaking about this? Well, there are many of my disciples, Grihastha disciples, who feel very sorry that they don't have children. Putrate kriyate bharya. In Nadu, it's stated that one marries for the purpose of having children. So they feel very sad, and there may be so many people who feel sad like that. It's become a very common thing, infertility. Reasons for that, it's not exactly sure. Maybe due to maybe multiple factors: the stress of modern life, the fact that we're all the time breathing poison in the air, the water is full of poison, full of chemicals. And I just read something from some of my disciples in our farm in Gujarat, an underground farm, that for the first time in our life, these people are mid-20s, we're eating food which is not grown with chemicals. So every time you eat, you're ingesting various chemicals. And I would think particularly the milk, because here in India especially, there's a lot, the cows are injected with lots of hormones for increasing the milk, and that will be the feminine hormones. There's some technical term for that. And then when the men drink that, they say the milk will make you strong, but it'll actually decrease your masculinity. So these may be various factors. And people spend lots of money on fertility cures, and mostly they don't work. Sometimes they work and you end up with 5 children. So it overworks, you could say like that. Anyway, there is a simple cure, which one of my disciples told me. His sister, who's also one of my disciples, after, how long was it, 6 years of marriage or something like that? 6 or 7 years of marriage, they found out about this and they did it. It's called moringa. That's the Tamil word. In English it's called drumstick. The tree is called a drumstick tree because its fruit is long pods which look something like drumsticks, which are eaten. And the name moringa, somehow or other the Tamil name, although it's called different things in different parts of India, that's become the name which is used for the powder of the leaves which is sold. One Tamil devotee told me he saw in Mayapur some devotee from the West had some moringa powder, and it had in a little container which they'd paid 20 pounds for, which is whatever, it's too much money. Whereas the drumstick tree grows everywhere very easily in India, but those leaves are supposed to be very good for health. So that's, if you look on the internet, you'll find out that moringa leaves are very good for health, and it's recommended for infertility and all kinds of different things. And people in the West pay lots of money, and in India you can just, the trees grow pretty much everywhere. And you can just get very easily and very cheaply the leaves. The bark is supposed to be good, the roots are supposed to be good, the drumstick itself, it all has very healthy benefits. Now, the particular thing that this devotee told me, I wanted him to do this, to speak this, but he didn't want to because he's not shy in anything else, but somehow or other he's shy to sit in front of a camera. I'm not. He's sitting here. And in one way it's good because if he does it, no one will bother, but if I do it, I have a little bit of name and fame, so the message might get out more. Although our real message is chant Hare Krishna and be happy. But we want many Vaishnava children anyway. Okay, here's getting to the point. This is what worked for his sister and her husband. For about a month a year, this tree gives flowers. And here in Tamil Nadu, that is usually in January it begins. And if you go further north in India, it'll be a little later. Everything comes a little later in the north because it's warmer down here. So what you have to do is, husband and wife, for 1 month, 3 times a day, they have to take these moringa flowers, 1 handful, cooked into some kind of chutney or whatever, 3 times a day, and that should be the first thing they take in their meal 3 times a day. If you take a handful of flowers, when you cook it, of course, it'll become less. 3 times a day, eat that. If you can get the flowers which are from outside the city and less pollution, that will be better. And it worked for these devotees. So try to let me know and pray to Krishna. Of course, we should pray to Krishna for pure devotional service, but it is allowed for householders to pray for something which may seem material, but it's their way of serving Krishna also by providing facility for a Vaishnava to come into a Vaishnava to enter their family and to be raised in Krishna consciousness. So yeah, wish you all the best. Have children, raise them to be devotees. Hare Krishna. Simple, natural cure for infertility. And if you're not in India, well, you could come. It's very pleasant in that season. All over India, it's very pleasant in January. Maybe in Shimla, it's a bit cold. But most of India is very, very pleasant climate. So you can come. And I don't know if that tree grows maybe in South America or whatever. Hare Krishna.